Hi, my name's Steve Howarth. I'm a model maker, prop maker, sculptor, what have you. Been making my living doing these for collectors, amongst other things, for the last 7 years in this little workshop, which is a bedroom. And it's rented, so I can't do too much mods to it. These are scratch built, bespoke multimedia rovers from the film Moon, which I made the original for, or the main bodies of. And yeah, this is number 12 or 13 at the moment, so they take a while to do, being scratch built from Foamex, styrene, resins, what have you. And yeah, I can almost pretend I'm working on the film again. I don't mind doing them at all, and I quite enjoy painting them and weathering them. And this is just one of the things. The other things from the film is the robot Gertie, which I've been doing smaller kits of. This is studio scale, of course. This is one of the ones we used to pull along on tungsten wires. So I'll just whiz around the workshop and show you some of the other things I've been working on. Just a quick scan around my workshop, showing the very basic tools that I need for this job. Storage, little lathe, and more storage, drawing board, and I've got this sort of two tables rammed together here to make quite a large space in the middle. Those are the Gerties I was talking about that I'm mass producing. Well, I've done 22, and this will be another 7, making it 29. And these are cast from moulds which I make from an original pattern, and then cast them in resin. Unfortunately, I don't have a vacuum chamber, so you do get the odd bubble, but fans quite enjoy finding bubbles and filling them anyway, so no problem. Yoo-hoo. Here's a model I made for well, I could say it was for myself, but I was trying to generate cash by posting tutorials on Vimeo. It was scratch built, it was ad-libbed, didn't have any drawing, just made it up as I went along, and it didn't really pay a lot of money, so maybe waste of time. It's because it's not franchise, you see. A lot of people don't identify it with it if it's not franchise. Engines all light up as well. Lots of panels are removable for access. It's called the claw because of this thing, which is supposed to grab onto containers, and it's a space tug, really. So there you go. And I wanted to sort of see what you could achieve without following any drawings. It's also a filmable model. This is a mounting point. You can thread, sorry, my head's in the way. You can thread all these through to the other mounting point, or one at the back and one underneath. And you can also put nylon tubes in here for gas, which would come out of the engines. So it's also for filming. If somebody was going to buy it, they could film it. So anyway, there you go. Right, chop the first bit out if you can. This is a yoke around my neck. Don't know why I made it. I ask myself often, because it took 2 years to make. No one's interested in buying it because it's not franchise again. Can't seem to give it away. It's my own design of a time machine. It's all supposed to rotate, but I couldn't actually do that physically without making it much larger. So I did an animated film, which is on here. I'm not going to show you that. I'm just going to turn it on, show you it works. Speakers installed. Yeah, it was a long story how it developed, but it's mixed media. not sure I like the drop off in the lights. Some people like it. I was going to swap these over for UV string, which would light the whole way along, but you'd have to install UV lights in the base, which would increase the weight, and it already weighs a ton. So, and it's quite noisy. You can hear, I think that might be the DVD motor going around. But yeah, it's again, I think it was just filling a hole. You know, I was in France. It went to France with me and nearly got destroyed in a crash. Came back to England, got finished in my digs. CERN like it very much, but I doubt whether they'd pay what it's worth. So I'm going to end up putting it on eBay with no reserve. Anyway, yeah, another one of my little creations. Ooh. Hi, this is a Mars rover, which me and Bill Pearson made initially for Captain Scarlet, but that didn't happen. So then it was going to be for Red Dwarf. That didn't happen. Anyway, now I've got it. Bill's passed away and I've had it ever since. There's a cockpit I made for it, which all lights up. 4 seats, of course, for the 4 characters of Red Dwarf. Don't know if you can see that. I've got all sorts of printed circuits in there. And yeah, I've got a red flashing light for some reason. Yeah, it's all Foamex, mixed media, resin here, and all sorts going on with it. This raises up on a motor. These doors open. You know, it's quite a heavy beast as well. Initially, we were going to have it pulled on a cable and all sorts, but I think they'd go CGI nowadays. It's much easier. Any road. They say men never grow up. Well, I've been paid not to grow up for the last 30 years. That's my excuse. These were some of the characters I developed for a project I was going to sort of try and instigate called Tom, Dick and Harry. Those robots have gone now. These are some of the other characters. This was a vehicle I sort of just made up for the fun. This was just for fun. And it all illuminates inside. Again, Foamex and styrene with Yakult engine pods. This was a chair I did for a low budget film, Adventurados. That's available on YouTube. More junk for Adventurados. You've seen these in the book. Hitchhiker's Guide Vogon. This was for a little clock I did. And these are the characters of clocks. This was another. Oh, that's a clock at the back there. Gold Ranger. It would be if it was painted. These little guys, little green men, and they were green in every sense of the word, was going to be something I was also developing now on the shelf. So yeah, I do fill my time with creative things.